What's up, guys? Jesse Norris here. Today it is a Wednesday. Last night I posted a quick little post on Instagram about recovery while I was using a stim unit. It's compact. Now I know some of you guys had questions on, well, how's that help with recovery? Well, basically it's just activating the muscle. It's an electric stim device. Like my ART that I used to go to used it all the time. Basically it's just activating the muscle and allowing blood flow in that area. And of course blood flow is gonna assist in recovery. So that's the basic idea. I'm sure there's more to it, and that's my basic knowledge. So feel free to go look that up for more info. But what we're going to do today is a quick Q&A. I'm still sick, although I'm feeling better now. I'm starting to feel better. I'm not 100%. Yeah, it's been a couple weeks. I don't know why I've still been sick. And I know you're still waiting on that motivational video. I'm still planning on doing it. I've just not been in the right mindset, I guess, with being sick. I haven't exactly been motivated myself. So with that, as soon as I'm feeling better, I'm feeling 100%, I'm sure that video is gonna get out there, and I can't wait to do it. Like I said, I just gotta be in the right state of mind to get you guys pumped up, whatever, things like that. I want it to be a good video. I don't want to half-ass it. So so I'm gonna spend the next 5 to 10 minutes answering some questions. Again, I posted this on Instagram, so again, for you guys that follow me on YouTube and not on Instagram, yes, I'm sorry again, I will not be answering your guys' questions this week. If you don't have an Instagram, I would highly recommend it. It's not I don't know, I find it the most convenient outlet for social media, and also my large following is on there. So if you guys want to follow me there, please do. It is just at Jesse Norris, JESSENORR. I again will link that in the description below. And of course you guys don't have to. I will be making more of these videos as we go, so I'm sure I'll get to your questions eventually. Let's see here. Juicebox Brendan asks, do you like your VS Athletic shoes? And what he of course is referring to is my squat shoes. They're VS Athletics. Yes, do I like them? Well, yes, I do like them. What has kept you from going to Romaleo's or Addy Powers? Honestly, I haven't tried those shoes. I've tried Reebok's squat shoe, and it's not quite as high of a hill as the VS Athletics, so that's basically what kept me in there. And the VS Athletics are a great shoe for what they are. I've had them for like the last 8 years, same pair of shoe, and I've never had an issue with them. So until they fall apart, excuse me, or I have some sort of issue, I probably won't really look into getting another shoe unless I give something a try and it's not going to cost me money, because I'm not going to spend something, money on something I might not like. Basically is why I'm not going to go out there and try a different shoe. So if you want a cheap squat shoe, VS Athletics are great. Great quality. I think they're like one of the cheapest squat shoes out there, and again, mine have lasted me like 8 years. Let's see here. Dallin Power, yes. Are you going to do the US Open? No, I'm not. Again, I guess I didn't really post anything on Instagram regarding me not doing a meet, but for all you guys on YouTube and things, I'm not going to do another powerlifting meet until I am 100%, meaning my shoulders are healed up, I'm back benching over at least 420 would be planned, My squats felt great lately. My deadlifts are right where they normally are, but I'd like to improve those things. But basically, I just won't be doing another meet while my bench is sitting at 350. Especially in things like the U.S. Open where you got the best of the best going. It's like I'm not gonna go in there and lose, but it's really frustrating for me to just, I can't even total. I don't even know what my last total was. I don't even think it was 1900. And for me, it's very frustrating. So I got a lot of work to do. I want to be able to total over 2,000 consistently. You should be able to. I do a meet every maybe 6 months, and I should be able to go in there and total over 2,000. No questions about it. So that's where I'm at with my meets and my plan. So yes, that includes worlds and everything else. Asking Matt 13, he asks or says, "Hey Jesse, wondering how your volume, intensity, and frequency changed the last few weeks before powerlifting meet." That's a good question. So as you know, I do very high volume work, basically year round. But up till a meet, obviously the volume is going to come down because the weights are going up. As I get closer to the meet, I'm starting to peak, working with those heavier weights, working with 675 on squats up to 7, maybe 725. Typically on my bench, I'm working with around 400, 420, and deadlifting, 725, 750, doing doubles and triples and things like that, to get acclimated to that kind of weight, so I'm not just running into a meet kind of without my CNS firing on all cylinders, right? So volume typically comes down, intensity stays the same, frequency stays the same. Although if I'm feeling burnt out, I might take a rest day here and there to help my CNS recover from those heavy weights. But yeah, volume's gonna come down. I'm just basically working with heavier weights for triples and doubles and things like that. Rodrigo Clark, how a typical day of eating for you looks like. Well, I did do a video on that on YouTube. Basically, I do about 3 meals of equal portion of carbs and protein, and then I also supplement protein shakes throughout the day, maybe 2, and then I also snack. When I say snack, it's typically something light, almonds. Lately I've been taking avocado with me for my lunches, so it's been a little different lately, adding in some good fats. And then my evenings are wide open, typically protein shake post workout, and then dinners, kind of whatever, but at least 3 to 4 meals a day, and I keep my protein intake very high. Carbs are probably very equal, and then fats are on the lower side. I've been bumping them up lately to see what it does with my recovery and how I'm feeling. So Mitchell E55, if you had the opportunity to play one professional team sport, what would it be? It'd be football. I know I've probably told you some of you guys, or in one of my last videos, that I used to be a decent football player in high school, but did not continue due to concussions. And obviously went into powerlifting, focused on that a bit more. Let's see here. I know I said that. Amos 050. Have you ever pulled sumo or always conventional? I always pull conventional. I've never done sumo. Reason why is conventional is a much more functional lift. I say that because basically sumo is it can be very technical. So can conventional, but when you're going throughout your day and picking things up. I used to be a stock and freight guy, and I had to pick up a lot of boxes and moving shit around all day. This was years ago, and it just made sense to me to train conventional and be into that more functional training, which also goes into strongman as well, because I do strongman events, and conventional deadlifting is just that much more functional and helps me out as a whole as an athlete, and I'm able to do more things with that than I would sumo in my mind. Any meets you consider to do in the future? I answered that. Would you ever want to be a full-time powerlifting coach, or is it just a part-time job for you? Right now it's just part-time. If I could make a good income being a full-time online coach, I would. I'm planning to put together a website one of these days. I do have a website out there. It's just not complete. And I don't really have my, I guess, list of what I would need to do or how I'm gonna, set all that up. For that, right now it's pretty simple. I do online coaching. Typically it's 12 weeks. I set people up with a basic 12-week layout, make sure that my training routine is working for them, and if it is, then we can extend it after that. It's a fair price month to month, and it's just back-to-back emails. I can obviously consult with them a little more one-on-one that way. Obviously critique their videos and try to help with the form, and really just answer any questions they have. And right now that's as simple as it is. I integrate them into my own way of training and make sure that it works for them, and obviously help them along the way. So it's very simple in that aspect. I would like to make it a little more technical in the future. If I could ever do it full time, I would, and I want to obviously have my own gym in the future. So kind of a few goals for me. Thanks for that question. Rin Perez 15, good question. How long do you rest between sets? It varies, but typically 5 minutes. I rest until I get my breath back. Obviously don't rest until you're cold, but I want to be 100% so I can do the most work possible in that next set without burning out. I believe the more work you can do, and the more work that you do in general in the gym, is going to help with that progress. You don't need to go every 1 to 2 minutes and burn yourself out. Obviously it's a different way of training, more bodybuilding style that way. It's good for building muscle, but as far as strength training, I believe you need to focus more on getting more of an all or nothing into that set, and resting long enough to be able to give your all and 100%. And obviously the extra rest is going to help keep you keep your form more what am I trying to say? You're gonna have better form technically when you're not tired, so it's gonna help you with not injuring yourself. So things like that probably people don't think about, and I do, I guess. Insta Chad Graham, do you program deadlifts any differently for clients if they pull sumo? Yeah, I allow them to pull sumo in their sets, and then of course on deficits I tell them to pull conventional. Reason for this, it's still going to be strengthening their low back, it's still going to be helping off the floor, so it's really important for them to do so. Obviously sumo on Mondays, my training, I do deficits on Thursdays, right? So I'm doing conventional. I wouldn't want anyone doing a sumo pull off of a deficit. That leaves your low back pretty exposed, as well as your adductors in a weaker position, I guess. Yeah. So I typically want them to pull conventional. They're absolutely allowed to try sumo, but I don't want anyone injuring themselves. So, training split, you can look it up on YouTube. It is all out there. Couple more here. I can't answer all your questions. There's a ton of feedback here on Instagram, so this is a long video. When teaching a beginner a neutral spine, what are some good cues and an easy way to explain it? Well, honestly, the easiest way to explain it is you want your back to be as flat as possible, so both in the squat and the deadlift. And the way I cue that is really to make sure to say you want your chest to be as big and as high as possible, and to focus on lowering your hips. That's the two easiest ways to tell anyone that. That's obviously going to create, you think of this being your hip, this being your chest. Well, the lower your chest is, you're going to start to round and crumble, and the higher your hips are, vice versa. So if you can stay high chest, low hips, you're creating that neutral spine, and that's honestly the easiest way for me to explain it to anyone. Yeah, sorry guys, I can't really answer all your questions, but we're gonna do one more here. I'm gonna try to look for a good one. It's mostly been just training stuff, so let's see if I can find anything else. Sorry. Alright, I can't find a good one. It's all training related. I appreciate you guys' response on Instagram. You guys post a lot of questions. I would love to get to them all, but this is already a 17-minute video. So we're going to cut it there. And again, I would like to do more of a motivational video here soon. If I get bored and I want to get to more of these questions, I will. So that's going to be it for you guys today. Hope you guys have a great rest of the week. And I will get to doing that video as soon as possible. So you guys, thanks again. Please like the video if you enjoyed it. If you found any of this information contradicting, always comment below. Let me know your thoughts, opinions, things like that. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and do that now. We'll talk to you later.